Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hello.
This week brought to you by Audible and NatureBox. Two fine products, two fine sponsors. We'll be giving them a little more love later in the show. This week, there they are. This week, Rooster Teeth Podcast featuring the great Gus Sorolla.
Gus. Okay, now I'm confused. Brandon.
Did you really get confused by your own name? Burnie Burns.
And Gavin.
Special guest Gavin.
There was this link I read one time on Reddit. It was like, I'm dating this guy, and he lives with his parents, and he's 30, but the curfew they have him on is killing our relationship. Because he has to be home by like 11 every night. It's like, well, at what age is it then inappropriate to be living at home with your parents and have a curfew? 40? Is that, 50? What is the age at which that
when is he going to get his curfew pushed to midnight?
If
25.
Someone was 28 today, I would say they'd be in good shape. But if someone's 18 today, I'd say wait till you're 30, honestly.
I think.
Plus, you're going to live to 142. You got that going for you.
I never moved out.
That's a new life expectancy, 142.
My parents' house.
What?
I only moved out of my parents' house because I moved countries.
You moved out of your parents' house to move to another country.
How old were you?
What a fucking trek.
You were like 24 when you came here then? 23. God, so much money you saved.
I did not live alone until I was 38.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that. You like tried to figure it out. And I was like, oh shit, yeah. I went from home to a dorm, to roommates, to living girlfriend.
Did your wank chart graph go way up during that one period?
How would that affect you? What do you mean? When I lived alone?
Yeah.
No, it didn't go way up.
Yeah, but you have the freedom. Like you can do it. Like you can go nuts.
You'd be
anywhere.
like eating cereal in the morning. And be like, yeah, I can't even do this.
Nothing stopping you from.
Were you able to do that like properly?
No. This is impossible. You couldn't wank after you eat your cereal.
No, I'm just saying like the motions, like getting the motion.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah,
it's impossible. I'm trying to wank and eat cereal at the same
We got
time.
away with that under the.
Did you try wanking on while you were walking?
I don't have a treadmill.
You don't have to have a treadmill to walk.
Yeah, but it's harder. It's harder. It's like where am I going to walk in my place? Like find like a small circle to walk in.
You have to walk the poochies, right?
What?
You got to walk the dogs.
Yeah, I have a little yard out there.
You said
I'm not going to go outside and jack off while I'm walking.
I didn't know that's where we're headed with this.
We should start every podcast with one quote from the podcast and then go into the intro. That should be this week.
Yeah.
That was great.
I'm not going to jerk off while I walk the dog. I like that idea a lot.
not jerking off while you're.
That's
no.
Like part of our intro. Like,
should we do
with
that?
Gus, and then it says that line.
Let's try it this week.
It's the Wire does.
You hear that?
Right?
Is that what
We're creating work for the controller.
Yeah, there's like a quote before every episode, isn't there?
Those look like. What's that?
They're not
Patrick's
cleaning
on
it
top
up.
of it. Okay.
Did you know that if you get a tattoo removed, it goes to your liver?
When you get a tattoo removed, it goes to your liver.
Like
Yeah.
they shoot it with a laser and the ink goes down into your body and is broken
Well, yeah,
down by
like
your
when
liver.
you get a tattoo, your body's immediately like, get this weird crap out of my body. So
Yes,
it starts
it
like
does.
eating away at it, and that's why they fade. But you can, with a laser, smash all the ink up. It gets tiny, and the blood just carries it away, and it ends up in your liver.
Like, does it stay there? Like the tattoo transfers?
I don't know. It's
and
like,
you have like a fucking tramp stamp of
you
a
got a
heart and an
full
angel on your liver.
Yeah, if you got a full sleeve removed, would you
I
end
got
up
a
with a black
tribal
liver?
liver.
I got barbed wire around my liver.
It would just be really
Wrapped around
tiny.
it.
The tattoo removal looks worse than the tattoo. Like I remember seeing like it was obvious some guy had a tattoo removed and was trying to make out what it was. I think I could see it, and I was like, so what was that? And he was like, it was a Linkin Park tattoo.
Yeah.
And I was like, I honestly, I might not have noticed. I really probably would not have been reading your tattoos.
Cover that shit. Just cover it.
With what?
More tattoo. They do that stuff all the time.
How many tattoos can you put on top of a tattoo
Me,
before it's just
40.
Before it's like you got like layers of ink sticking out from like your chest or something. It's like,
Depends on how detailed the tattoo is. You guys make it more detailed.
Yeah, but if you put ink on ink, will it eventually be raised up?
We know it like textured.
you-
It's like a
you-
3D.
You could get like abs tattooed on, so it's like you got like a six pack, but it's just tattoo ink.
We know a guy who got, I'm talking belly button to like right below the neckline, full on his chest and stomach, Pikachu. Remember, you know the guy I'm talking
Yep.
about? And he thought that was the funniest thing.
Someone
and
bet
then,
him $1 he wouldn't do it.
Yep. Yep. He was huge. It was huge. And then it was just like, one day he was like, oh man, that kind of sucks. And so I think he covered it,
You gotta
right?
cover up. Mhm.
Yeah, but you could see, if you looked at it, you could still see the Pikachu inside the other design. You can totally see it.
So it's like when you
awful.
paint a wall. You got to get a second coat on there.
This is the same dude who he went to a party. He went to a party, and it was a drug dealer's house.
All right.
And the drug dealer made friends with him. This is like one of those guys that's like can make friends with anybody. And he goes to him. He says, the drug dealer says, you want to see what $1 million looks like? And he's like, yeah, I do. So he takes the guy to somewhere in the house where they open a compartment. There's a vault. He opens the vault, opens it up, cash right there. That's $1 million right there. That's what $1 million looks like. The guy was like, that's pretty neat. They walk out to the main living room of the party, goes up to his friends, and goes, we're going to steal $1 million. They came back. They got the vault all the way out of the house. Like, they unbolted it and dragged it out of the house. And the truck they had rented to lift the vault up, like it had like a lift on the back of the truck, wasn't powerful enough to lift the vault up. So they couldn't get the vault up into the truck. So and he would refer to himself as a former millionaire because he had $1 million for like 30 minutes or something like that.
He's trying to steal a safe from a drug dealer? Like, the whole part did this sound like something that's going to work?
It sounds like something out of a movie.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, that would never happen.
Yeah. Something about Breaking Bad or something. Yeah.
Yeah, except in Breaking
Bad.
And
I think the way the whole thing ended, I think a neighbor came out and shoot him off. That's the way it worked.
Put down the $1 million.
Which, if he listen, if he'd stolen $1 million, that's a horrible thing, and I would never tell that story. But at the end of the day, the guy didn't lose his $1 million. The honest drug dealer didn't lose his $1 million. And this guy had a funny story about the time that, like, if I came home and someone had ripped apart my bedroom and pulled my vault out of my house, probably dug a channel, like dragging that thing or whatever, through the house, but they didn't steal it, I would still consider that a victory. Like, it's sitting there in the street, like, heavy as can
what
be.
If they did $1 million worth of damage to your house, getting it out?
Like, it's not possible.
Well, I've got the $1 million right there.
If they did take it and you were, like, contacting the police, would you have to tell them what's in it? Could you say, like, somebody stole my, my safe?
They're probably going to ask
I need
what's
you to get
in
back.
it.
Like, but do you have to tell them that?
Yeah, I assume they want to know that, yes.
They can just identify the vase. Or
Well,
not the vase, the safe.
Well, I mean, then they can just cut the money out of the safe. What do you want, the empty safe back?
You would find, if you had $1 million in there, you would find a way to get the money.
You think so?
You do, yeah. You would do that. Have you seen Google's new thing they're doing?
What
was it?
Google bought some company called Titan.
Called what? What are they called?
Titan.
Titan.
Okay. Titan. And this company is, you can look them up if you want to show a picture of these things. This company, what they do is they make these really big solar-powered drones. And they just go up and they just stay up. Like, that's the whole thing. The whole thing is like, it gets power from the sun, and once it goes up in the air, it's done. And they're making a network of these things to then beam internet to the ground.
I thought you were going to say to annihilate and assimilate the human race.
Or to eliminate all privacy, and everything else. They go in the stratosphere.
Remember when we could walk on the surface of the Earth before the solar-powered drones took over and drove us all underground? Those were great days.
Google's the closest thing to a Bond, like, villain, like, company. Like, that's the closest that we're going to get.
How many podcasts until we introduce ourselves saying, live from the underground bunker below Stage 5 Studios?
Yeah. On the move.
Could they make a new sky?
If they had to.
Could they make a new sky?
Like with LCD screens? Or
well, like...
No, with those drones. Could they have enough of them up there?
No.
No.
That's it?
Because we would have to get all the material.
Oh, so it's actually like a forward-flying drone.
Yeah, it looks like a plane. So you can't see this. We'll post a photo of it, or you can look it up online. It looks like almost like a glider is what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Every inch of the thing is covered with solar panels, including like the tail fin, which sticks straight up and down.
What if you have to reboot it?
What?
Why?
Why what?
Why have it? What is it? Like, what's the
Beams internet. They're going to make like a mesh network for internet. And
they're calling it Skynet.
It literally is Skynet. That's what it is. It literally is that.
Are they doing that to take the piss? They created a network in the sky?
At least they bought the company that was doing it. Some company was already just like doing this for the fuck of it, Hey, do you have that clip I sent you? That guy? Yeah, I love this guy.
Oh, no, that's the llamas. Which one do you like? Oh, there we go.
This guy's the best.
Oh, God.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's just a dude like hanging out in the stands. He's just having a good time.
Popcorn all over himself?
He doesn't. He's covered in popcorn. That guy doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. That's a great find by the camera people.
Oh my God. We've all been there. Come on.
I love
the game wasn't close.
I love that guy.
What does his living room look like? Oh, God.
No, but he's in his living room.
Pristine. That's a dude who goes in public and is just like,
it's someone else's problem.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his belly button like? It's full of food.
Full of faff. Do you check your belly button on a regular basis? Is that something you do? Like when you do the full check, you do the belly button?
I mean, I get it in the shower.
Yeah.
Never.
Never, ever?
Yeah.
How does that happen, by the way? How does fluff?
What do you have? Inspect it right now. What do you got in there? What are you packing?
Empty.
Empty.
One time on the spot, Blaine thought it would be funny to what is the thing when you like blow in someone's stomach?
Raspberry.
Yeah, he
Zerbert.
thought it'd be funny to do
Not a
that, and then he
raspberry?
got so disgusting because there was like lint or something in his mouth, and he was mad at me, and I was
Why
like,
did he
I didn't egg you on.
Why did he
I
raspberry
didn't give you
your
the all
belly
clear.
button? That's his fault.
It is his fault.
You
don't
do it
go
on
for the belly
side.
button. You don't do that.
You don't do the belly button.
No.
But how does it? How does the fluff get in there?
It's
Is it to do with the hair, or is it
clothes?
just
Like
skin
lint,
friction?
It's lint.
Lint. Yeah.
Get lint, and it's just like the belly button says, "I'll take some of that."
I'd love a tiny camera time-lapsing the generation of a fuzzball in there. It'd be crazy.
Just get a little pick. Just go pick it out. That's it. You're good.
Do you, and some guys store it in jars and stuff.
What?
What?
I mean, some people like store hands and like human remains. Like people store all sorts of weird.
No, there was a guy. He has
Human remains.
he has labeled jars with each year of belly button fluff.
Oh, gross.
He's more than enough to stuff a few pillows.
I couldn't last like 2 minutes with any kind of fluff or anything on me because Ashley is she's a groomer. She's a picker.
Does she eat it off you?
She's like the
No.
bird on top of a rhino or an elephant.
Yeah, she's like,
Eating
come
all-
here. She sees
everything.
me. And she's like, pick.
I saw a picture.
Eyebrow to place. She hates that. Eyebrow to place. She's like, nope, gotta fix that.
There was a picture of a weasel
She pluck your eyebrows.
riding a woodpecker. Did you see that
A
picture?
weasel. Riding a wood. That's impossible. How would a weasel ride a woodpecker? It's killing and eating a woodpecker.
Is it? It
How
was
would
like
it ride
riding
a
it.
woodpecker?
It just like it was holding on. Let me send
Is
it
it
to
in
you.
the air?
Yeah, totally. Let me send it to you.
It must be weird to be an
I sent it
animal
to you.
It is weird to be an
interacting with
animal.
these other animals. Like
Yeah.
as humans, we
Well, like
we don't worry about. I walk outside. I don't worry about something coming and eating me or like having to compete with something else for food. But to be an animal competing with another animal who's totally different for food or worried that they might eat you, that's got to be really bizarre.
Yeah.
And like trying to understand. Oh my god.
Is that Photoshop? What the fuck am I looking
You
at?
took that photo.
I want to know the story here.
It's the cutest thing.
It's a woodpecker, and on its back is a baby kangaroo, according to our controller.
If that was a package deal that you could buy and it would always be like that, I would pay good
Podcast
money for
throwback.
that pet.
Podcast throwback. I tell you what, I think like if I ever got stuck in the middle of the ocean, God forbid, knock on wood, that never happens. If I get stuck in the middle of the ocean or something like that, I think I would make it.
No.
What do you mean?
I think I totally would make it.
What are you?
You'd be pulled
Or like
down.
the Gray, was it the Gray, the Liam Neeson movie where they're in
Yeah.
the wilderness with the wolves?
Yeah.
Just keep walking, keep walking.
No.
Yeah, but if you're in the ocean, you can't fucking walk.
You can swim.
What?
You're
You
just
get
gonna
pulled
just
down.
keep swimming
People-
thousands of miles.
People are amazed when someone's able to swim like 3 miles back to shore.
Yeah,
You're in the middle of the ocean, 3,000 miles from shore.
You know
I mean,
how-
within reason here. Come
you know
on.
how England and France is connected by the channel?
I don't.
A little bit of water.
I didn't grow up there. I have no idea.
Well, I
what you're
mean,
talking
there's the English channel.
You know the English Channel.
about. Right.
I mean,
Sure.
Yeah.
the chun for sure.
BBC.
It's like they're very close to each other. It takes like 12 hours to swim.
What? It's like 40 miles or something?
Yeah. It takes like 12 hours. No, I think it's like 120 miles.
It's that much?
It takes a long time to swim.
How
it.
long?
120 miles? Is it not? I don't know. That could be anything.
Is it like
But either
are you
way-
saying a big lake or an ocean?
Let's say Big Lake. Let's say Big Lake.
Okay.
Look at it
I'll
on
go
the,
big lake.
look
Okay,
at
I
it
can
on
see
the
that.
map. Look at the ocean on the map, and then look at the gap between England and France. You can't swim that. You can't swim from the middle
I
of
bet
the
I could swim
ocean.
the English Channel. You put me in the middle of the English Channel, I'm swimming back to shore.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We could do this.
guess-
Realistically, we could do this
The-
for like
listen,
under
the-
10 grand. We could
The
do this.
Strait of Dover's the closest point between England and France. 20.6 miles.
10
Oh, it's
miles?
way
I
shorter
got 10
than-
miles in me.
What did I say? 120?
You said 120.
I don't know.
It's okay.
At
be
its widest, it's 150 miles.
Not everybody can know
That's
everything.
one
thing. So, yeah.
Gavin, you know a lot about a lot. You should be proud of what you know, and don't worry that you don't know everything.
But would you be willing to spend
Yes.
10 grand of the company's money? You and I fly to France or England, and you swim the channel.
I sound like I'm just paying for a trip for you to go to France. and England.
I've already been to both those places.
Well,
I don't,
but you
I'm not,
need Gavin there. That way, if you're like swimming and you're halfway through the channel and
I'll
you're
just
losing
throw
hope,
money at you.
No, you get a sandwich on like a rod and really like, come on, Burnie.
There's a difference between getting out of a boat where there's 8 fucking idiots with iPhones filming me and being dropped and being swimming for my life. There's a total difference there. If
So-
you had to keep swimming, you would make it. You would make it.
I would not make it.
You would make it.
I would not.
Gus
make
wouldn't
it.
make it.
I don't float.
That's true. Gus
Remember-
would make it.
not true.
I don't float.
Breathe in. Breathe all the way in.
You think I haven't tried that?
A human floats.
I do not. I float under about 3
What
feet of
great
water.
advice.
I fall
Breathe
about
in.
3 feet,
Why do you float?
and that's where I start floating.
Why are you buoyant at that level?
I don't
Surely,
know.
Do you have like no
surely
lung
you're gonna
capacity?
sink.
I think I have good lung capacity. I don't know if I
Then
look
you
at my
should be
dick,
fine.
but all right.
Surely you would sink or you would float. You wouldn't float just a slight amount below
sink
water.
a little bit.
Yeah,
and that's
buoyancy.
That's where I float.
Sure. He reaches that equilibrium.
Why is it 3 feet below the surface?
I don't know.
It's enough to kill me. Like when I swim, it's a struggle to stay above the water.
You like doing
Like
doggy
I can
paddle?
do it, but it's like there's no ease to it.
I think you just haven't done it right yet.
No, I've been swimming since I was tiny. Ever since I was a really little kid. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.
I think there's been isolated incidents.